everyone, and welcome to the Pint Pals podcast. We invite you on this journey to explore the world of craft beer. Each episode, we'll take a new step into the craft beer world to help you find the best ones. We'll sample some beers, give our rating on them, and share some laughs along the way. So please join us, and remember, craft beer is for everyone.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Pint Pals podcast. It is I, Lucas.
And my name's Nate.
And today, we are going to be talking about the upcoming Minnesota Beer Dabbler Festival.
Round two.
Round two. Nate and I are going to be there this week.
Expecting better conditions than last year.
Have
you looked into the actual weather?
I haven't looked at the weather. Have you looked at the weather? I've been meaning to.
Last time it was in the negatives. I only assume that they're like year-round in the negatives. So
I'm going to look it up right now, but it doesn't matter.
I heard the bathroom situation's going to be better, too, for what you told me.
I didn't tell you that.
I could have sworn you told me they were bringing in better bathrooms.
No, what I told you is that they're going to have an indoor pavilion that they have.
That's better bathrooms than porta potties, right?
It's not for bathrooms.
Oh, what's it for?
There's going to be like food and stuff in there.
Indoor. Now we say indoor pavilion. Is that like a giant tent?
No, it's one of the buildings that they have for the state fair. Since this happens on the Minnesota State Fairgrounds, they are opening up one of the buildings. It's going to be heated. It's going to give people a chance to get out of the cold. And
see, that's dangerous. The cold was the only thing keeping me from getting drunk.
Nathaniel,
dude,
the cold was keeping me sober. You got drunk. My good man. For everybody out there, my co-host, my very good friend Nathaniel, almost got into
said friend. I just want to point that out. You said friend.
A gentleman's car that we had never met, who was, mind you, this is what our children...
I didn't get in his car.
No,
he offered.
You almost did.
He offered.
Just let me tell the story. You were drunk. I was there. This gentleman, and this is what we have been told since we were children. A man was offering Nate cookies to get into his car.
Okay, you're making this. You're not giving the full details here. What kind of cookies was he selling?
It was Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, he's out there selling Girl Scout cookies with his daughter.
He already had one kid. Just saying.
My God, Lucas. Holy shit.
What? What?
Are you assuming that he kidnapped that kid,
No.
then said, hey, let's go out and sell Girl Scout cookies, and then let's get another drunk person to get in my car, then we'll go?
No, I'm not assuming that.
But, I mean, come on. I can't remember what led up to that discussion, because I don't know if
what led up to the discussion.
Did we say where we were going? Is that how he knew?
You did.
Hey.
He was like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" And then you told him our whole life story. You gave him our social security number.
I do remember that. That's
you gave him copies of our flights and stuff like that. No. What you said was we're waiting on an Uber to take us back to our hotel, and he was like, "Oh, it's okay. I can take you back to your hotel." And you were like, "Oh, that's awesome. Okay." And you started walking, and I was like, "No, it's all right. We'll wait for the Uber. They're almost here."
I think he was trying to pay me back for all the good ads that I was doing for him, because I was out there helping him sell cookies.
I don't think that
I was
the
out
case.
there like, hey, you guys got to buy these cookies. Cookies right here. You got to do it.
I don't think that was the case.
I'm pretty sure that's how I remember that happening.
From what I understand, and it's probably just the New Yorker side of me, I believe people in the Midwest are probably the nicest people in the world. And I think this gentleman was just being nice, but every bone in my East Coast body...
Don't get in the car. Don't get in the car.
Who are you? Who are you? Like,
why are your windows tinted?
Sir, your white van is impeccable. No, he didn't have a white van. Did I tell you about the story when we were in... it was at Bluffton. And there was, we were discussing stereotypes in one of these classes. Mm-hmm. And a stereotype that somebody wanted to talk about or brought to the class's attention was that people from New York are mean and rude.
I agree with that. You're really rude and mean to me. I think it's falling out.
No, it's
I
just
think it's true.
It's just you. Are mean and rude, and like the whole stereotype that people from the Midwest are, nice, pleasant people and can do no wrong.
Where's the cutoff for Midwest? What state?
Oh, Ohio is part of the Midwest.
You count. So is Ohio? So Pennsylvania doesn't count.
Look, the way that I count it, if you are touching a coast,
I guess Pennsylvania. Okay.
You are
fair. Okay.
part of the coast part.
Okay.
I don't think technically Pennsylvania touches a coast, but I still count them as part of the East Coast.
But then at what point does the New England aspect come into it?
The New England aspect is like Connecticut, Boston, Rhode Island,
Okay.
that area up.
The small states that you can never seem to figure out what the name is.
I just told you all the names.
I know. When you look at a map, though, I couldn't point out which ones those are.
I can tell you which ones they are.
So those were always the worst states when you had the state test.
Uh-huh.
It's all the small ones because it's like, I don't know, they all look the same. Let's just go with this.
But anyway, we were back at that in that classroom, and she was talking about how New York people are rude and stuff like that. And the guy sitting next to me was on the soccer team with me, and he starts laughing, and he's like, "She's talking about you, Lucas. She's talking about you." And I raised my hand, and the professor knew I was from New York. So I raised my hand, and the professor calls on me, and I'm like, well, as somebody who is from New York, and the whole class burst out laughing, and this girl turned bright red and sunk down into her chair and wanted to disappear. And I was like, listen, I hear what you're saying. Midwestern people are quite nice, but I'm going to say this about the East Coast and the whole stereotype that New Yorkers are mean. It's not that New Yorkers are mean. If you're in New York City, everybody just has somewhere to be, and everybody understands that. So if you're walking on the sidewalk and somebody bumps into you, ignore it. Ignore it. Just keep walking.
Don't say anything.
Don't say anything. They got a meeting on the other side of town. You got a meeting on the other side of town. People are just busy.
So why would you say that's the same concept for like states on the West Coast in bigger cities? Why don't they have that kind of mentality? I mean, are they mean in like San Francisco and Los Angeles?
Well,
are those people mean?
They don't have a winter that sucks the life out of you.
That's fair. that's okay. Yeah,
New York
that's a good
City
point.
winters are bitterly cold because they're they're below sea level, and it's just
so they
coming
got that
right
winter
off the,
depression
yeah.
and hitting you.
And then it's just like, well, you got a smile on your face. Who the fuck are you? Yeah. Who the fuck are you?
Who do you think you are?
Who the fuck do you think you are? Nah, everybody's just busy and got somewhere to be. That's all it is.
Okay, that makes
Unless
sense.
they're Yankee fans, then they're scum. But anyway,
yeah, let's get back to what we were actually really talking about.
What we're here
episode.
for. We will be attending the 2023 Winter BeerDabbler, and it's the first time that they've been able to do 2 years in a row because of COVID.
And you know what? It's clear that they're doing something right because this is one that we're going back to.
This is one that we're going back to.
We were sold the first time. Got to do it the second time.
Yeah, and I was talking to Nate, and I believe that this is something that we're going to try to do, I don't know, maybe every year, if, depending. I think it's a lot of fun to go to a different states.
I'm down to do one
festival.
Far traveling one every year. If we do this and the American Beer Festival,
I think that's a once. I don't think that's
you think that's a one-time thing?
Yeah, I think it's just because it's fitting. Like I'm gonna tell you this. Yeah, I've been wanting to go to the Great American Beer Festival. I think this is
I
just
think
like
awesome. I'm down for it.
They came up with this plan because they want to do a meetup like we did with Indiana.
You want to know why I'm excited about it?
Why are you excited about it?
It's because I'm excited to go to a beer fest where the only thing they don't when we go to Beer Fest, what's the number 3 things they have on their beer list? They have heavily sweet stouts, sours, and IPAs.
You don't think that's what's going to be?
They're going to have it there, but they're more likely to have the good stuff like pilsners, lagers, all these other kind of things, which I'm excited about. And that's one of the things I want to talk about is I'm getting tired of IPAs. I'm getting tired of sours.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you?
I am getting tired of them.
Yes.
I am.
You're coming over to what I drink.
Well, no, I love when I'm at home. I love drinking the Kolsch's. I love drinking lagers. I've really been big into pilsners as well. So I'm excited to experience that and see some more of that. But when I go to these beer festivals, that's all they have. They have stouts, usually barrel-aged stouts. They have sours, or they have some really hopped up IPA. And I think I'm just kind of fizzling out of it.
There were, oh man, what was the one beer fest that I went to? I was working, and the tent next to me, man, I forget the name of the brewery. They brought their own keg for themselves to drink, and it wasn't one
Really?
that they were, yeah.
That's smart.
And it was like something that they were offering the other people that were pouring beer.
Yeah.
But I think it was like a Pilsner or something like that. And I'm like, I could get behind this. I could do this.
Now, I don't want to go too far, but this is on the relevance of Beer Fest. So I worked at the Cleveland Beer Fest.
Oh yeah, how was that?
And it was awesome.
I've never been.
So I wanted to ask you. I know you've worked like the Beer Fest where you're working for Perfect Pour, or not Perfect Pour. Sorry, Crooked Can.
Yeah.
So I was curious. Is it usual for before it opens for volunteers to be able to walk around and just drink whatever beers they want before they start?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a cool aspect. Like the first hour, we got to walk around, just go up to them, pour our own beers.
I also don't think I've been at a beer festival where we've had volunteers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
thought there was a
usually-
rule that you can't have, like, the brewery can't pour their own beer,
I thought that was a rule too.
but not really.
I
I guess that's not true because you've been pouring your own beer.
it could also be a rule, but it's like,
Oh, well, block that out then. Yeah. So that was a big win for me, like being able to like not have to wait in lines, go out, experience all the beers. I mean, I got to try so many beers before we actually got started pouring.
yeah. And as long as you're not like an asshole,
Yeah. As I said, as long as you're not being a dick and not getting like legitimately drunk, then yeah, enjoy.
yeah. I mean, there were like when I worked these beer festivals, just because I work with a brewery, I can go around and I could sample some stuff as long as I'm not out there getting trash or anything. But
Yeah.
if there's like a brewery that's like new to the area and stuff, I'd be like, oh hey, I'm with this. Can I try this type thing? That's all.
Yeah. And I think it's also better to have somebody to work with. I know you've worked by yourself at several of the tents. Or maybe it was just
the one event.
Maybe it was just the
the
drive.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just that Sourfest. And that was just because of scheduling conflicts, that's all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll be glad to work with you if you ever need help. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun.
I could have said something. You probably could have done that with me. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal, I don't think. I mean, I was there.
But let's dive in. Let's dive in.
Let's dive in there with the first beer.
I don't know. We're in like 13 minutes into this podcast
Oh,
and
shit.
haven't drank a first beer yet. All right. First one up.
So the first one up is from a brewery that we actually went to last year. And some people that we've met through TikTok connections, they want to go to this brewery as well. So I think we're going to be going there probably Friday night. From Modest Brewing, it's Fang and Bone. It's a New Zealand-style oak-aged Pilsner. So Pilsner with some New Zealand
Pilsner.
hops.
I'm excited. That's why I saw it was a Pilsner. I was like, oh, thank goodness.
Well,
Our lineup is not. I know at the end we've got those nice sours, but. And I don't know if you said this lineup here of all the beers that we're trying today are people that are
Oh, I didn't say
gonna
that,
be
no.
at the festival this year.
Yes, this
Correct.
is all. The whole lineup that we have are breweries that are going to be at the festival. Let me just double check that this one's actually going to be there. I rolled the dice. And I'm
Drucker.
like, they'd probably be there.
Oh, smells good.
It may not be them exactly, but it's yeah, they're on the list. I have to say this list is quite impressive, and I think they've added some new people from last year.
Well, right off the bat, color looks good. I can
It
smell like a
looks
citrusy.
delicious, and it smells delicious. And I'm
Is
not
that-
getting like
Is that a citrusy smell from the hops? New Zealand hops tend to be citrusy, right?
New Zealand style hops, floral, fruity, stone fruit.
Yeah.
Also citrusy, grassy type. So
Yeah, citrusy. So, yeah, I was thinking of when we typically have
I
the
actually-
IPAs with the New England hops in there. Have the
there's
citrus.
in the box of beer that you're getting, you have some New Zealand hop beers in there. I'm a big fan
Are
of New
they
Zealand
IPAs?
hops.
Probably.
No,
Yeah. Okay.
no. One of them
Nice.
I think is a Pilsner.
Okay, there's a win.
It's not a barrel age, and it's from Derive.
Okay.
So
I don't think I know of. I don't think I've had a barrel aged. Well, this isn't barrel aged. This is oak aged. Is that the same?
well, what do you
You consider it the same?
what do you
I don't know.
do
They
you
put a
think they
log
made
of oak inside of their beer.
well, it may not be a log of oak, but it could be essentially oak pellets, or not
Okay.
pellets, but like bits and pieces of the wood that they age in it, and then they
Okay.
kind of like filter it out. But it's probably just
Mm.
barrel aged because I mean most of the barrels are made out of oak, I believe, right?
I'm excited. Let's go for it. Oh, you get that oakiness.
Yeah, that does come through a little bit, but woody and grassy essentially is what I'm getting on those. But it's very light, very easy drinking.
It's not very bright though. I don't get like strong like CO2.
What?
I don't get like the bubbliness, like the carbonation from it.
Let's see here.
It seems very.
That's 5.3
kind of light.
Okay. According to Untapped, this is the description they have up. New Zealand style Pilsner brewed with Pilsner and wheat malt aged in our oak foeders that then hopped and dry hopped with New Zealand Wakatu and Nelson Sauvin.
That was on the side of the can here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured it was.
That's following along.
But this is oaky, yeah, definitely, and crisp. This is quite delicious, very refreshing. I mean, when we plan on going to the Dabbler Depot, this is a beer I'm going to be looking forward to get more of.
Really?
This is delicious.
It's different for me. Yeah, having a barrel-aged or oak-aged Pilsner. All right, so here on the Pint Pals podcast, we like to rate our beers using our very own PROS system. PROS is an acronym that stands for P, probably won't drink again, R, regrettable, O, optimistic, S, satisfactory, and T is terrific. And for this one, I'm going to give it an S. It's a nice solid S.
I am going to give this one a T.
Really?
This is absolutely delicious, and I want more of this beer.
I am looking for
crisp, and this is a perfect lawnmower beer.
Maybe more fresh. So I don't get enough of the carbonation that I'm talking about. To me, it just feels kind of not flat, but it doesn't. I feel like there could just be a little bit more oomph for it to make it a little bit more crispy.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking for. I just don't get that. But the flavor profile, delicious. It's the barrel. You want to say barrel? The oak aged right up front, and then kind of in the end, it fizzles out. Nice, yeah. Whatever it is, finishes off nice and crispy. Not the crispy that I would hope for, but good enough. Yeah, I could go with a nice lawnmower beer.
It's absolutely delicious.
The two guys that don't actually own a lawnmower yet.
No, I don't. No, you have a lawnmower. What are you talking about?
I have a push mower.
It's still a lawnmower. I cut your grass with it.
Okay, you're right, but I typically associate that with like a driving lawnmower, being able to like sit and have one hand on the wheel, drink in the other. Yeah, I can't do that with a push mower. It doesn't work that way.
With your lawn, you can.
With mine, yeah. All 2 minutes it takes me to mow.
Done.
And done. I might as well just put the beer down, mow it, and then drink it.
Yeah, by the time you get it opened. But some of the other breweries, I just want to go over some of the other breweries that kind of stick out. Now, they have a whole bunch here listed on their website. So they've got some of the basic ones. Three Floyds is going to be there. I don't know if it's going to be exactly their brewery or it's going to be because they distribute. They're sending a representative from the distributor type thing. But 903 from Texas, I'm excited about. Alaskan Brewing. They're probably going to have something fun.
Yeah, I had Alaskan in Cleveland.
The Alaskan now distributes to Ohio, and there is a very small, very special bottle at the Perfect Pour that I've been eyeballing, but it's like $75 for like an 8-ounce bottle. Like it's.
Oh man, dude!
I know. I talk myself out of it every time I go in there. I'm like, this is ridiculous. But I'm like, I'm sure it's delicious. Let's see. Oh, for you, we got Bald Man Brewing. Thank you.
Yep.
Belching Beaver.
Yes, dude. But last year they didn't have the. Last year we didn't get them because they had already sold out by the time we made it around to them.
You know what I'm going to do is
We can't spend too much time at Portage like we did last time.
We became good friends with them.
We spent way too much time with them.
Offered me a job. Black Stack's going to be there.
Nice.
Obviously, Minneapolis. What we should do is type this up and figure out which ones we want to target. Like kind of like when you plan your trick or treating route because you know what houses have the good candy and you don't want to.
I think the strategy is still staying, like going to the back first and then moving your way forward is definitely good.
Because everybody bum rushes.
We just got to be careful
we
not
just
to
not get
wait too long to do
which
that.
is going to be tough because we're going to be recording and drinking beer at the same time.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
If you happen to be at the beer festival, definitely try to find us. You can make your own voice heard on our own podcast here. We got some questions for you.
Dogfish Head's going to be there. Drecker's going to be there. Dual Citizen's going to be there. Obviously, Einstock, fantastic beer. Equilibrium from Middletown, New York, my neck of the woods. Let's see here. Falling Knife.
I haven't had them.
Fargo. Fat Pants. I wanted to try Fat Pants last year. I don't think we got a chance to. Let's see what we got. We also need to get more stickers. Humble Forager. I think you like their beer. Junkyard. We have a Junkyard
Get that here. That'll be our last one in
Lake
lineup.
Monster. We got their sticker around here somewhere. We got
Lake Monster?
beer last year. Remember when we were leaving last year, and that brewery kind of flagged us down, and were just giving us the last bit of their samples.
Yes, it wasn't the mead one, was it? Because there was a mead one that
it was
flagged
right next
us down.
to the mead too.
It was right next to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then people were getting in trouble for continuing to do it.
Continuing to pour.
Yeah, continuing to pour.
More brewing is going to be there.
Okay, I got Abby got me some of that for Valentine's
Modest
Day.
Noon Whistle, which I have a Noon Whistle glass. I've never had any Noon Whistle beer. Phase 3.
Let's put a pause on the list because I know the list can go on forever. Let's get our next beer going here.
Okay, yeah. I'm in the P.
But I do want to go back to this one. I'm still sticking with an S, but I think a low S, dude. I wish it was brighter in terms of the carbonation.
Well,
Doesn't feel flat to you?
No,
Really? The flavor is good, but man, mine just tastes
my head's still going. I mean, I
do a little bit, but just mouthfeel. It doesn't feel.
Feels like a regular Pilsner to me.
Not getting that.
We got
all right.
Portage Prairie, Samuel Adams.
Hey. Well, if this is a craft beer festival, we should probably have Yingling there too, right?
Hey-o.
Hey. All right, so moving on to our next beer here, which we didn't do on the podcast. We didn't have a can of it. We didn't bring a can back last year, did we? Of them?
Shit, we might have.
I don't think
No, we didn't. We didn't because we
just
didn't go to a
talked
beer
about
store.
it.
We just talked about
we just talked about it. So finally had somebody, and who was the person that gave you this? Might as well give him a shout out here.
Jack Scott Hops.
Jack's Got Hops
On
from TikTok. Send us some portage because
he also hooked us up at the Modest. All these beers are from him.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, there we go. Jack's Got Hops. Thank you for the lovely lineup for today. So yeah, all these beers are from Jack's Got Hops. This is one that we tried last year. We loved it so much that we spent probably a good 30 minutes sitting at the brewery tent talking with them. We got their whole history. I'm sure if you listened to the last podcast, you could.
They offered
me
a job if I moved out there because they were looking for a cellar tech.
And it's from what, Wilson, right? Is that where they're located? Wilson, I believe is what it is.
I think so.
Walker.
Sure.
Walker. Anyway, it's a beautiful place, and their brewery looks really cool. But this is one of our favorites, Coffee Cake Blonde Ale. I'm almost scared to try it out of a can just because I'm hoping that it will live up to the expectation as to when we had it.
Daybreak either way.
On draft. That's true. To be honest, though, I've had Daybreak on tap plenty of times. All right, so let's crack this open here.
While you're getting that situated, I'm going to go over the last little bit of breweries that we have here. Ska Brewing is going to be there.
Oh yeah, we got to them last time.
No, we didn't.
Dude, I think we did.
We got there. There was no beer left. Or they didn't send somebody. Steel Toe Brewing, Storm King Brew Pub and Barbecue. That sounds interesting. Surly. They make some pretty old style beers. Not old style, but some classic beer styles. The Brewing Project, which I'm not too keen on their stuff, but mainly because I've had some bad experiences with cans that go boom. Oh god, that smells delicious. I just poured that in the glass. I'm still looking at the Uncommon Loon. That's one I want to try. Utapils is one I want to try again, and War Pigs Brewing USA, something I want to try again. Which is the combination between McKellar and Three Floyds, and of course Weldworks.
Weldworks.
But they have a fantastic selection of beers that are going to be at this festival.
Did you go through all of them, or did you skip over some?
I just pointed out some like key
Gotcha.
highlights that
Okay,
we're
so
definitely
there's
gonna be
definitely a lot more there.
Yeah, I mean that's just the beer. They're going to have cider, wine, non-alcoholic beer, and hard seltzer there as well.
Yeah.
So,
All right, let's dive into Portage here.
oh god, it smells so good. I prefer it on draft.
I do prefer it on draft, but I don't know if it's like almost. It's just me, like kind of in like a metallic iron kind of taste behind it. Do you get that?
I'm getting a different taste than I got from.
Like the coffee's there, but it's almost like
It's not as prominent as it was.
Yeah.
Portage coffee,
Like a really-
beans, and cinnamon.
like yeah. This is
It definitely it's a little off compared to what I would.
yeah. Like it
I
is
still
up
like
front,
it though. I mean, it
up front,
still
like
has that
really
strong coffee
bright up
flavor.
front, right? Like really bright flavor up front, but then it ends with a nice coffee taste.
But I get what you're saying. It doesn't taste.
Am I wrong on my analysis of like
I wouldn't say metallic.
iron like you know when you bite your lip and you get a little bit of blood, you get like that iron.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
yeah.
Like that's the kind of like I'm not saying it tastes like blood. Tastes like the blood of my enemies. No. Although one of my enemies is in this location, so
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I won't. I said I wouldn't on this podcast, so I will not do it. But I don't know. Yeah. That's interesting. Definitely not at all what it was on draft.
Definitely no.
It was definitely richer in flavor. And this was like one of our first beers, so it's not like we were drunk where we just had like this false image of it being good.
Yeah,
This is one of our first beers.
and then we kept going back to it.
Yeah. And they had another one as well that was really good, but I can't remember what it was.
It wasn't like a pepper beer, was it? Was it like
No. I can't remember what it was called. I have it on my Untapped, but yeah, I'm not gonna rate this. Only because I know I've had it on draft and I know I loved it.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll be the same with you because I do love this beer and I was planning on getting some more of it while I'm out there.
Yeah. Was
Well,
there a
we're out
freshness
there.
on the can? Did it say
No.
it didn't have a
I
date?
see that.
So I mean, there's also no way of knowing how long this has been in the can. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'll tell you this: I've had it since Christmas,
yeah,
so that's been at least 2 months.
I'm still hyped for this brewery. This won't change my mind at all because I know what they have and
Yeah, no,
Well, we
I'm
tried,
excited,
so-
and they're definitely on our list of places to go back.
mm-hmm.
Real quick about the festival, you mentioned Untapped.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you going to the festival, and I don't understand why more festivals don't do this, they have their own app where you can rate the beers directly in the app itself. They get the beer list from the breweries and they put it in so you don't have to go searching through Untapped for it. You can rate it then on their app and then transfer it over to Untapped yourself.
I gotta say, quick, just idea for them. I think they should have it so that it some way that you can like transfer it either to an Excel sheet or transfer it over to Untapped itself.
They probably can't do the transfer to Untapped itself just because of.
I'm sure there's got to be some kind of way to integrate, right?
But that
I don't think so.
It might
Or
cost money,
or even
you know,
hear me out. So when you click on the link to the beer on their website on their app, it takes you to the Untapped page for that beer. That
Yes.
they can do. Like that's not breaking any rules.
No, but they might also be avoiding it because you don't need internet to use this app.
I mean, I guess that's true.
If
Or
so
at least
many
give me the
people there and
option,
it's
like, hey,
bottlenecking.
you want to log on here, sure. But if you want to like click this button and go, it takes you to the Untapped. Then boom,
That's fair.
like that's just an idea. But yeah, because it definitely because we were talking about it, like having to then transfer them all over to your Untapped.
Which
I don't think we didn't. Yeah, we didn't do.
We talked about it a lot.
Yeah, but you know, it's a lot more work.
It is a lot more work, and I was like, I'll just do it. And then it's like I can just sit on my computer and transfer over from my phone.
Yeah.
There also reached a point in the festival where I just stopped.
Yeah, no, it only works for maybe like the first
The first half
5
an
to
hour
10.
when you're
5
good
to
with
10
it.
beers.
We should make snack necklaces while
Yes, we are. I've already got the plan for all the stuff. I was going to pick up all the stuff in the rope or the yarn and everything.
when we're out there.
We could do it out there. Or I could pick up the stuff and put it in a suitcase and
Oh, okay.
as a check bag. Yeah, not
Okay,
a carry on.
that's
but
fair.
yeah, Probably be cheaper, probably to do it here instead of us having to go out to a store, get it, and then bring it back. I don't know. Anyway,
that's fair.
But yeah, I definitely want to do the necklaces. I gotta say, my favorite I saw at the Cleveland Beer Festival is they had the Dunkins on their necklace.
The what?
The little Dunkin' packets where it has like the cream and the sticks that you dunk.
That's what they're called?
What are they called? They're the blue Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos
is what I was trying to say.
Okay,
That's what I was trying to say.
Dunk
something.
I thought you were
the
like
Dunkaroos.
the crackers with the fake cheese type.
Well,
thing.
that too. They had some of those as well, but they had the Dunkaroos. As I saw the blue label, I was like, oh, that's actually a really smart idea.
I'm thinking about taking a Spam can and then running it through the top of it.
Abby's dad would love you.
I love Spam.
Man, you are.
Put some bread on the necklace.
You are set for life with my in-laws right there.
I love Spam. Give me that mac and cheese one. Ugh.
Oh my gosh, you are literally. that was the. So Abby always joked like when Dad was in charge and Mom was gone, is that he would make mac and cheese with some Spam mixed in with it.
No, I meant like the mac and cheese flavored.
Oh, there's
Spam.
an actual mac and cheese flavored
Yeah.
Spam. Oh,
Yeah. Or when you just take Spam and you fry it with a couple of eggs. Oh, fantastic breakfast.
All right, we're gonna move on from this. All right, let's move on to our next beer.
All right.
All right, so next one we got here is from Drecker. This is the Pert So Good. I don't know if there's a special way of actually saying that.
I have no idea if that's
It's
their
not
actual.
Pert.
Maybe, I don't know.
What is the actual meaning behind that? Because I feel like I've seen that before. Is that
that's their whole series.
is that a
they
series
do.
for it?
Yeah. I
So
mean, they have like 4 different series when it comes to their sour. They do like the a la mode. They do the chunk.
Like I know their cans are different, but
Pert.
like every time I look at their can, I just see the same thing.
It's the same
That's
thing,
all I
just
ever
different
see.
colors. That's all it is.
Yeah. So this is blueberry, strawberry, and cotton candy floss.
Oh shit.
What is cotton candy floss?
Yeah, it's just kind of candy.
Is it
Oh.
cotton candy you can floss with? I feel it's like kind of productive.
Isn't that what it's called? Like cotton candy floss?
Is that what it's called?
Because it's like the stringy candy, like all together.
Yeah,
type
is
thing?
that's what you call it? All right, sure. I no idea.
I don't know. Maybe it's a Midwestern thing. I don't know if that's what they call it.
with
out
you,
there.
man.
Is this a dirty glass? Is that why it's over here?
No, your dirty glasses are the ones that you moved back over there.
Okay.
Got the nice strawberry color to it.
That's yeah.
No, well, a little bit darker than strawberry, but
It's like a black raspberry.
yeah. It smells sweet. Ugh. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
It smells so sweet.
like I did appreciate having the Fang and Bone. I did. But I am so ready to move away
You
from
were just talking about how you're tired of these beers.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I'm so happy that we had the Pilsner on here. That's what I mean. Like, I'm so ready. I don't want to be done with them. Like, I do enjoy the occasional one, which we do on the podcast, but like going to festivals and everything else, and just having
This is
these
so sweet.
takes a toll on you, man. What is the, let's see, the ABV for this one? I didn't see it on the can.
Yeah, I can look
Yeah,
it up.
let me know for you. But, yeah,
Is it 3 R's?
strawberry, blueberry. Not gonna lie, this kind of made me think of strawberry milk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was one of my first sip. Of like the not just any strawberry milk, like the Nesquik strawberry milk. You getting that?
I can get, yeah.
Yes.
That is.
Nesquik has their own specialty of like strawberry milk, and that's what I'm getting from this.
I am getting kind of the cotton candy aspect at the end, but mainly this just tastes like strawberry sweetness.
Yeah, a little bit, maybe just a slight tartness from like the blueberries. Blueberry doesn't really stick out though, to me.
I like this beer. I'm going to give it an S. But this is definitely one of those beers that like, I have a single of it.
You what?
I have this
Oh,
single
of it. Yeah, no,
That's it. That's all I need. That's all I need of this beer.
that's my thing. Like going to these festivals, we have so much of this stuff over and over and over, and it's just like, dude, I feel bloated by the end of the time. Maybe it's because I'm getting old. Am I getting old, Lucas?
You are old.
Oh my god,
You're over 30.
I am not over 30 yet. I am still 29, man. I am living out my days as 29. All right. Like, these are good. And I had some, what was it? I had a froth liquid lollipop just a couple days ago, and it tasted like it was the orange juice one.
Froth makes some really good sours. I'll say that. I think there's some of the best in the game.
It wasn't
But
thick
again,
like this one, but it was also, it's just really sweet.
Like clingingly sweet.
Yeah.
Like I can only do one of these beers because it's just too much. And then like if you drink it, like if I have a day where I'm drinking a few beers, and if I drink more than one of these like overly sour beers, I get like a gut rot almost.
Yeah.
And it's like it fills me up faster, and I get like this cramp type thing, and it's just like ugh.
But
Like,
I also
feel
enjoy
gross.
it, which you don't get from this one. You don't get any like you get a slight tartness, but you don't get a lot of like sour aspect to it.
No.
so
Well,
that's
a lot
what
of
I-
these are like
That's what I mean. Like that's what I liked about the liquid lollipop is that it was orange, pomegranate, something else, but it still had like that tartness to it, which I really like from sours. So that's why I was able to deal with it. But eventually, these just become, I guess, just the smoothie. This is what the style is, I guess.
it says this is 7%.
All right, well, I'm gonna hold off on that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
It says 0 IBUs. no shit. Again, well, even though I don't agree with whatever IBUs are. Let's see. This is what it says on Untapped. You know you're in for a good time when you see people walking around with cotton candy, and this one's definitely a good time. Pert's So Good is loaded up with strawberry and blueberry, and then hit it with cotton candy floss for that real melt in your mouth, sticky fingers at the fair cotton candy flavor. Contains no lactose.
No lactose.
Apparently.
Okay. Sure. I'm not getting as much of the strawberry milk aspect anymore. Maybe it's because I've just had enough of it. Maybe that was like an initial taste, but
No, I got what you're saying. That was a good example of what
Yeah.
it was.
I'll give it an S. Sure.
I give it an S as well.
Yeah.
I think I'm done with that though. Whoops.
All right, on to the last beer here.
The last beer here from Junkyard Brewing is Gooey Lewis and the Brews. It's a blackberry cherry graham cracker marshmallow sour. So it's given like a s'mores with jelly on it, like a PB&J, just with graham crackers, I guess.
I like experimenting with s'mores. I'm a big fan of that. What's your favorite? So besides Hershey's, do you
Oh,
got
it has a
anything else special?
pulpometer on there.
A what?
It says pulpometer. I don't know. It's out of 5, and this is marked at a 4 for pulp.
So expecting those floaties coming in this one?
Maybe. Oh, it's a collaboration beer
assuming.
too with Pulpit Brewing.
Oh,
Whatever that means.
well, now I don't know.
Yeah,
is it
I don't know
is
what
it
that
a pulp with how much pulp from them they put in? I don't know. Besides Hershey's, what is your favorite topping for a s'more?
What are you talking about topping for a s'more?
Like chocolate or like you have marshmallow, you have the graham cracker. Do you do anything else other than Hershey's?
I could tell you, but I don't know if I want to say it on the podcast.
Do it. Do it. You gotta tell me now.
And this,
The long pause is now
And-
making me think maybe it's a bad idea.
well, you tell me if it's a bad idea.
If you don't hear this in the final of the episode, that means we cut it.
If you take a s'mores flavored edible chocolate bar and use that as the chocolate,
Oh, no, that's okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fine.
that's fine.
I don't think it. I don't know, like edible chocolate. I'm not a big fan of. I don't really like. I mean, I
It
can
works.
see it. It's a good idea. I don't get me wrong. That sounds like a good time. But I don't think.
I had a key lime pie one that was delicious.
Man, that sounds good. Huh? That was interesting. I have not been as creative as you in terms of that.
I will say, I do like the coloration on this. It kind of has the coloration of if you were to put a peanut butter and jelly sandwich together and then pull it apart, and then that's what the jelly and the peanut butter combination looks like. Tell me it doesn't look like that color.
I love that. That's funny. It's definitely like a brown with like I could see that with like
Like the darkness from the jelly.
there's like that purple coloration. All right. I'm not.
You're not what?
I just got a full nose of head there.
Hey, remember when I did that for like 3 episodes in a row?
I just
when I would smell a beer and I was just like,
stop.
I'm drowning in it. Are we drinking this?
I'm just trying to see. Like, I get a little bit of the peanut butter. All right, here we go.
That's delicious.
See, that's what I want for a sour. Like that.
It's sweet.
That tartness is not gonna like wreck my tongue, but
oh wow,
that aftertaste, you taste the PBJ.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Whew, that is really good. Gotta stop by these guys then for sure.
Yeah, I think up front you get like the jelly taste, and the sour kind of sizzles on your tongue for a little bit. Afterwards, straight PBJ. I don't know if like the graham cracker really sticks out.
No, I'm not getting that. At all.
Ooh. Oh, so black cherry, blackberry and cherry. Okay. I don't see any. I mean, it's high on the pulpometer, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I don't know either, but I'm not seeing
getting
any
like
pulp.
berry notes in it.
It's definitely not clear. You can't see anything. Yeah. It's maintaining that head pretty good too.
Man, I'm gonna get yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna give this beer
I'm gonna go for tea.
I'll
go for tea as well.
That is absolutely delicious. Tastes like biting into a.
I'm also a big sucker for peanut butter beers.
I do love peanut butter beers as well.
This really sticks out as that.
Mainly peanut butter stouts, but.
But also is what I was talking about. Like the sour aspect is there. Like I don't want to drink just a straight smoothie, sugary drink. I want to have like something that tells me I'm drinking a sour, and it kind of punches you a little bit, but not too much. Boom. Because we've had some sours that really punch you.
yes, that is true.
This is not on that level though. This is the nice, like I said, starts off with like the black.
It is very
blackberry.
A lot of berry notes in there. I love that.
Yeah. Right up front, nothing but like blackberry.
Maybe I have to get some more of this when we're out there.
Maybe they'll have it on tap. Probably not, but
hey,
one can wish, right? It's a collab, probably less likely, right?
Yeah, but it looks like they have their own variant of it where it's
7.6 though. Huh.
I like it.
I wouldn't be able to tell. I mean, 7.6 isn't that high, but it's also not low.
No, there's the Modest Brewing sticker right there, right in front of you.
There's a black sack.
Yeah.
The more I look at this table, I look at the ones I haven't been to yet. I need to get some of these.
Yeah, that's for sure. A lot of cool stickers.
I know. I got plenty more. I like looking down at them. I'm a big fan. When we open our brewery, I'm excited to have this table in there. Yeah. And I'm sure you're excited to get out of your apartment.
Yeah.
Or wherever it is you're living. All right. So let's go ahead and let's end off with our sip, chug, and pour. So we got 4 beers here, excluding one.
I'm excluding the Portage one as well.
Okay, so let's just leave that one out then. That's fair. So we got the 3 beers. We can pick between the 3.
Okay. Sip. I'm going with the Huey Lewis and the Brews.
Man. Okay. My sip. Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. I want to enjoy that one.
I want to enjoy that one as well.
Yeah.
Chug, I'm going with the Fang and Bone from Modest.
Really? I don't know what it is about that, man. Like, I didn't hate it, but something about it just like it was missing something, and I can't put my tongue on what it was. It was missing. I think it was just felt flat to me.
Well, it could be wrong.
Yeah, there it is. I could be wrong. I'm gonna go. Well, we're on a chug, right?
Yeah.
I also don't want to chug something that's going to give me diabetes later. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with a chug of the Fang. I'll do the same thing. I'll chug the Fang.
Oh, so we have the exact same one.
Yeah, we line up on the same.
The Pert's so good. And it's not because that's a bad beer. It's just because that's how it fell.
That's how it fell in the lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also didn't want to do injustice of pouring out the Fang because I do like a Pilsner. I don't know, man. Something. All right. Anyway. All right. So that brings us to the end of our podcast.
Well, what are you talking about? We got to do our cheers.
Oh, well, yeah. We do that at the end of our podcast,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. See, I wasn't far off. Also, I love drinking these beers with you because you always have a milk mustache.
It's the only mustache I can grow.
But the way that yours appears is it looks like the evil mustache because it goes out like this and it has like the little, almost like a little spin.
I'll tell you why.
And I feel like you're just going to be like,
Because it sticks on the hair. I can only grow on the sides. This right here, no hair. There is no hair in the middle. It's just like right there on the sides. And so it gets caught in the hair and I can do that. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Welcome to my world where I've tried my darndest to grow a beard. And remember when I did the sideburns picture?
Oh, dude, I love the sideburns.
Yeah,
dude.
I could do
You
the
need to bring
sideburns.
those
I could.
back.
Oh
You need to
man,
bring those back.
have that conversation with my wife.
Is there a time that she's going on vacation for a long time?
No.
That would be the good time to do it.
No, dude, I'm not you. We don't go on 40 vacations a year.
Fair. Well, grow them overnight when she's gone for the night, and then
Yeah,
like
I'll
just them into existence. All right. So, what are your cheers we have for this episode?
So, the first cheers I have is going to be for Jordan from Minnesota Beer Dabbler. We're looking forward to meeting you again this year.
Hell yeah.
And thanks for letting us know about this festival and everything. And looking forward to another good time.
Yeah,
So,
cheers.
thank you very much, Jordan. And thank you for coming on and doing a pre-Beer Dabbler episode, because I know your time is pretty crazy right now. So thanks for doing that.
You have another one?
I have another one. Didn't do
I was wondering if I'll let you go first because I was wondering if it was the same one. So I'll let you
it's
go.
probably the same one.
All right, go ahead.
This one goes to Blake from Brooker.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Blake, for coming on and doing an episode with me. And also thank you for hooking us up with some free beer from Brooker. It was greatly appreciated.
It was a good episode. I enjoyed listening to it. Sorry,
yeah,
I couldn't be
no,
there,
it
but-
was. I
was
really
good.
wish you were there for it because it was very business oriented, and you're going to business school and all that.
Yeah.
And it was a different side of the beer industry that I was very, that I was looking forward to. But thank you so much for everything. You hooked us up with glasses, free beer, and that huge email shout out where he made a QR code for that episode and then shared it with everybody who's a Brooker member.
And if you're living in the Ohio, or is it just Columbus? Yeah,
Just
if
the
you're living in the
Columbus
Columbus
market for now.
area, but you're looking for Ohio beers, which
Columbus
they're all
beers.
still Columbus beers.
They're all still Columbus.
None of them are outside, but like the outskirts, because that's considered technically Ohio and Columbus. Just saying.
mainly,
Just saying. Anyway, if you're looking for some good Columbus beers, definitely check out Brooker. And get that delivered to your door.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers.
This week, I can't remember what I have. I'm excited.
Lucas has so much
I
beer.
ordered- I
and
have
it
so much
just
beer.
keeps
It just
coming in.
accumulating every week. I get a new 6-pack or 4-pack. So, again, thank you so much, Blake. We appreciate you.
Cheers. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the episode.
All right. Well, that brings us to an end of another episode of the Pint Pals podcast. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.